I went to 4 different colleges, came here on a recruiting trip.
I said, Mallory, all I can offer you is $1,500 towards tuition. And I said, go home, think about it, and then let me know one way or the other.
Met Gary and gave my word, just because he's that guy.
You okay? And she said, I'm coming. She actually had turned down a full ride to a university in the East because she wanted her parents to, you know, be able to see her playing. When we start out the year with our players, we list what our priorities are, and the #1 priority is family. #2 priority is academic. #3 priority is softball.
I think parents love that about Central and about Division II schools.
Gary's just taught us that life is bigger than the game, that you know, you're in the moment, you're playing softball, but you need to be a good person and you need to do things in life that are right. And I think that that was reflected in what had happened here at Central.
For the first couple of weeks after that happened, all you had to do was say softball. And people would go, oh, wow, yeah. There are no words, right?
There was no epiphany. It was the right thing to do. Because she hit over the fence and she deserved it. I saw her and I was closest to her first base, and at the time, the only way I knew how to help her and get her off the field to train her, because they couldn't even touch her, was to carry her. If any of my other teammates would have known it, they would have done it. When it was happening, I pretty much was just focusing on Sarah. We'll get you on the bases, and I didn't look up to see like anyone's reaction.
We were thinking that this has to look extremely amusing to everybody in the stands. We started giggling like right after we tipped her on second base because we just thought it looked funny. It was helping Sarah out, and then we went back and tried to finish the game.
After the game, one of the other dads came up and was like, you know, that was a really nice thing you did. But like, it was senior day for us too that day, and afterwards I went out to dinner with my parents, and like, we talked more about my 5 years at Central. I didn't know that was gonna be like my 5 years at Central moment.
We played a doubleheader the next day. We had another game the following day, and by that time I hadn't even thought about it anymore. So absolutely no inclination that anything would transpire.
When the article came out in the New York Times, that's when it really, really ballooned.
What counted was doing the right thing for the next person and what was important in their lives. And I think that's why this one made the cut through, you know, thousands and hundreds of thousands of times. People every day do the right thing. This time it cut through because it was in a sports situation that counted.
We got to go to the All-Star game at Yankee Stadium, you know, being on the Ellen DeGeneres show, going to the ESPYs, and those are all amazing. But more importantly, I think, is just connecting and talking with people.
I could really care less if my name is ever used in the story, as long as like the message gets across. You can instill this in your kids. I did it, but I was taught this forever. My dad and my mom, they were like, it's more than just a game. And Gary here, he was all about, you know, winning's good, but playing fair is better.
What it has meant to me is the fact that you think that maybe you did have a part of the decision that was made. And I think, to me, it's a life-changing thing. I'll never forget it.
That's what I'm carrying with me throughout all of this, is just the human aspect part of it, the connection between people, and how we met people from every walk of life, from 18-year-olds old to, you know, 80 years old, and it was the same story, and the same idea, emotion resonated through everyone, just that it's about the human spirit, and it's about life and making connections with other people.
My name's Mallory Holtman, former softball player at Central Washington University, and I chose D2.
My name is Liz Wallace. I'm a senior education major, a Douglas Honors College member, and a varsity player for the Wildcat softball team at Central Washington University, and I chose Division II.